Digital evidence is currently an integral part of criminal investigations, and not solely confined to pure cybercrime cases. Criminal behaviors like financial frauds, intellectual property theft, industrial espionage, and terrorist networks leverage cyberspace. LOCARD aims to provide a holistic platform for chain of custody assurance along the forensic workflow, while evidence collector modules provide the input evidence. The University of Malta is one of an 18 partner consortium led by the Athena Research Center in this Horizon 2020 project pursuing the fight against crime and terrorism. In order to be fit for purpose, the LOCARD platform and its collector modules have to consider the new cyberspace realities. This is a virtual space that harbors the dark web, allowing criminals to trade physical as well as cyber weapons, and which more generally facilitates organized crime. Cyberspace reliance for essential services, information, communication, socializing, and entertainment has the direct implication of exposing governments, enterprises, and private citizens as criminal targets. In this parallel virtual world, criminal evidence takes a digital form, and unlike physical evidence, presents unique challenges associated with its collection, cross-border exchange whenever incidents involve multiple jurisdictions, and ultimately its chain of custody. The University of Malta's research focus comprises mobile device forensics. Due to the amount of sensitive information that modern mobile devices are nowadays processing, collecting, and exchanging, they have been significantly hardened. While this hardening has drastically improved the security and privacy of individuals, it has also created a lot of frustrations for law enforcement agencies, as in many cases it is rendering their forensic capabilities useless. Beyond issues with locked devices, recently we started to witness a number of sophisticated attacks that exploit mobile operating system weaknesses, and for which there is no solution yet. These attacks make use of malware to steal your money, your contacts, and even your identity. New attacks targeting mobile devices can completely hijack their functionality, with possible consequences being text messaging, social network apps, and even financial wallet takeover for criminal purposes. Two recent incidents can shed more light on this threat. The first one, known as the EncroChat hack, was luckily an infiltration into the criminal underworld. The purpose of EncroChat was to provide a secure communications network where messages could not be easily intercepted. The hack, in early June 2020, by various European-wide law enforcement agencies, was targeted at what is perceived as a network designed for criminals. While the exact malware used remains yet unknown, the incident itself demonstrates the possibilities of sophisticated malware. Possibilities that are available for criminal infiltration purposes alike. In a separate incident, Jeff Bezos, the billionaire owner of Amazon, had no reason to be suspicious when he received a WhatsApp message in May 2018. The encrypted message is believed to have included a malicious file that infiltrated the phone of the world's richest man. And according to the results of a digital forensic analysis, large amounts of data were exfiltrated from Bezos' phone within hours. Yet, the exact details of this incident remain unknown. While these two incidents were widely covered by mainstream media, they are just the tip of the iceberg. Further evidence on the extent of this threat comes in the form of Android malware families observed operating in the wild, with their main characteristics being stealth and persistence. During this last year, we witnessed the emergence of new malware campaigns that misuse Android's accessibility services, as well as infecting the firmware of mobile devices. Android's accessibility was first observed being misused to check contents of the browser's address bar to determine if the victim is accessing a website from a target list. The browser ends up being superimposed, tricking the victim into interacting with a fake web page. During 2020, malware campaigns have taken this technique several steps further. For example, the event-bought mobile banking Trojan could infect over 200 financial apps, including cryptocurrency wallets, circumventing even the most stringent of protections. Similarly, Defensor ID and BlackRock are targeting hundreds of apps while looking innocuous to Google's Play Store and anti-malware. Firmware infections offer another pathway for stealth and persistence. Once downloaded and installed by smaller device rooting malware, the Triad Trojan actively uses the obtained privileges to substitute system files and exist mostly in the device's RAM, making it extremely hard to detect. Specifically, it infects firmware which is mapped into every Android device process. It also hijacks SMS functionality for hijacking in-app purchases. At the University of Malta, we were the first to study the impact that the stealthy exploitation of Android accessibility services can have on significantly reducing forensic footprints, and therefore hindering both live and post-incident forensics. Experiments demonstrated how accessibility-based malware can be rendered virtually undetectable. Here, we can observe a controlled attack on a popular cryptocurrency wallet, and which was duly disclosed responsibly to the app developers. In this case, some of the stealth features were disabled for demonstration purposes. When considering that these same attack steps could be carried out whenever the malware realizes that the device owner is not looking, the severity of such attacks can be quite scary. This is where the importance of memory forensics becomes paramount. This approach follows the insight that malware can hide but it must run, meaning that memory forensics revolves around investigating unavoidable in-memory artifacts produced by successful security breaches. Once malware is hunted down in memory, it must be forensically followed up in order to conduct successful recovery and attribution. We are currently working on a series of experiments aimed at solving the problem of the timely collection of short-lived evidence in volatile memory, to solve even the stealthiest of Android attacks. Additionally, a digital forensics tool containing the field-ready aspects of this research is also being developed. It is intended to form part of LOCARD's investigator toolkit. It is an Android device hijack investigation toolkit so that investigators may assess devices for possible stealthy attacks. Ultimately, evidence from memory dumps is intended to support cybercrime investigations, possibly involving multiple devices, technologies, and jurisdictions. This is why the connection to the LOCARD case management system and associated chain of custody is paramount. LOCARD will innovate by introducing a new platform that will, for the first time, allow the international usage of digital evidence, manage an immutable chain of custody of the digital evidence for every crime under investigation, allow victim organizations to monitor the progress of their digital investigation in real time, allow investigators to publish anonymized data that can be used to find correlations and identify campaigns, provide investigators with online crawlers that will effectively detect deviant behavior in online content, allow citizens to report malicious online events, provide investigators with a toolkit that will assist them to conduct mobile, cloud, and streaming media forensics, and secure the entire platform within a trusted execution environment. LOCARD is a research and innovation action project with a strong consortium composed of 19 partners from 10 EU countries, balancing the academia and the industry sector with law enforcement agencies in order to deliver an innovative platform. The consortium's undertaking is the development of a trusted pan-European platform capable of guaranteeing the integrity of a cross-jurisdiction chain of custody that will greatly facilitate investigations involving cross-border criminal activities. Do get in touch if you'd like to learn more about the project or perhaps even to contribute as a stakeholder.